Just waiting for it to happen, just to see if I have to change my bloody, I can't even remember the word I was looking for. Let's have another look. I'm online, I'm broadcasting. Hello. This is the opening 10 minutes, so even though it's scheduled for an 8 o'clock start, I just like to get started like this, innit? Have a little chat with the camera. Oh, by the way, the game in the background, you can hear some people speaking in Anglo-Saxon. So let me just stick it into this mode here. Here I am. What can I say today? Let's full screen this as well. Just you can't see this, but for me it's important just to do it this way. There we go. Now I've got lots of detail. I think I've picked a very nice little angle here. A nice mise-en-scène. This isn't my usual mead hall in Assassin's Creed. This isn't my home settlement mead hall. Much better longhouse, I have to say, in my settlement. This is some other settlement. We'll do a bit of the story today. So this is some other settlement. Oi, don't go to sleep, Xbox. This is some other settlement that I'm going to be helping out. It's being run by some Anglo-Saxon soft boy king. He likes looking at the river and being calm. What kind of one of these, you know? There's no calming rivers in Valhalla, lad. So in these final 5 minutes, see, as I say, the official go live time is like 8 o'clock, and I'll have a final tweet going out saying, hey, I'm live. So I just like to go in a little bit early and talk about stuff. Do a little bit of talking rubbish. Got a creaky chair, but I still need to buy a new chair. It's gone from squeaky to creaky, this chair, because I tightened its nuts with a screwdriver. I tightened some screws even. So it's sort of creaky. Instead, I know that's still not good enough, is it? So I need to invest in a proper chair. Oh, we should. I'm always discouraging people from buying from the tax dodgers, aren't I? Like, don't buy from the tax dodgers. You know the one. You know the one that like can afford to send someone to the moon, not the moon, to like almost space, but not quite space with his brother. So but they can't afford to pay their tax, and especially if they're doing their whole little give to a charity thing. So again, they, you know, and unfortunately, if you're shopping at Amazon, you can't choose HMRC as your chosen charity, unfortunately, or whatever tax regulation authority you have wherever you live. So, you know, we've got a nice one scheduled. I'm not going to read a living poem tonight unless I read some of my own work. But I don't think I will. I wrote a new poem this week. Sounds weird, isn't it, being a poet and saying I wrote a new poem, because I write poems all the time in this little stream thing. But I haven't written a single poem in this stream that I would probably put in a book. I don't really send off to journals or competitions. My career has probably suffered because I don't do that, but it just doesn't appeal to me. Not saying that there isn't good stuff that ends up in the journals and the competitions, but it just doesn't appeal to me. I just like, if I write a poem and I think it's really good, I'd rather just put it up on Twitter or my website or something like that, just so people can read it. I don't know. And then just hope those people will buy my books after I've given away everything online. I think we have to have a new way of sharing work, you know. So anyway, yeah, the stuff I write, you know, stuff I write in this podcast. So stuff which is a bit like this. There's my two Drotkvat. I've been pronouncing it wrong as well. It's basically Drotkvat, I think, or Drotkvat. That AE means A. My missus has got a bit of a linguistics background, Mrs. O'Sullivan. I did. As you might already know, I was very proud of the thumbnail from this video, which began with "white," which is the first word of Beowulf, which I'll continue to read from today. and I named this thumbnail "Wait a Minute, Mr. Norseman." Sorry, "Wait a Minute, Mr. Norseman." I felt really proud. And then Mrs. pointed out with that A and E close together, it makes an A noise like cat. So it's actually "what." I mean, there's words you can rhyme that with at least. "What." It's at least one that you can rhyme with quite creatively. But yeah, so it's "what." So this is a dropped kvat. I don't know if I'm pronouncing the O. The O has a little sort of umlaut on the top in the actual spelling. So these are the poems I wrote last week. And, you know, I would never give them anywhere. I'm going to try writing some more. These are really difficult. So I'm going to try writing some more today. And I might also write some sonnets. Not sonnets. No, I'm not going to write a bloody sonnet today. I mean some haiku as well, just to loosen myself up a little bit. So that's what I'll do. I'll play the game, write some haiku, read some Beowulf. Yeah, but I wrote a poem. It was a poem about... about lateral flow tests and testing yourself and sort of having to tickle your tonsils and do kind of 10 swirls right in the sinus, and that goes on to develop an idea about how we always think we project ourselves inside, don't we? We project ourselves inside our heads or our bodies, but as soon as you shove something right up that cavity, into one of your head cavities, it begs the question about where this self is now, you know, because there's this inner extremity. You know, we're used to having outer extremities, but every now and again we're treated to the consciousness of our inner extremities, be it for a doctor's visit or other more pleasurable ways. But yes, I'm tickling my tonsils and asking that question I always ask every 4 seconds: where is the self? Where is it right now? Because the insides don't feel full of self all of a sudden. Maybe the awareness is outside, I don't know. So I was tickling my tonsils, and then I kind of shifted the emphasis of the poem to talk about the current government, UK government mindset, which is we have to live with the disease. And I came out with like some... Whenever I first draft a poem, especially when I write something formal like a sonnet, I always go for profundity at the end. And one of my mantras in life is distrust profundity. So I kind of knew that profound line was a false tail, T-A-I-L, and had to chop it off and see if something else, either kind of find that earlier ending, or come up with a new idea or image. And the image I came up with at the end was comparing that government advice to that we just got to live with a disease now, to something I'd often see in estate I sort of grew up on, and then I left, and then I kind of went back to because I had mates in that estate, and it was just it wasn't my mum, but I say your mum in the poem, and the images of someone that I see all the time, someone lighting like a silk cut. It had to be a silk cut. It couldn't have been a Benson and Hedges. It had to be a silk cut, because silk cut's got this image of like a bit less tar, bit better for you. And someone lighting up a silk cut and saying, I could be hit by a bus tomorrow. And that's how I ended that poem in the end. And I thought that was a more interesting way of ending the poem. It was a weird, ambiguous, but engaging image. That's how you end a poem. Not with some platitude or some profundity. I distrust profundity on every level. So I wrote a poem. And then, a couple of days later, I finally got round to watching Bo Burnham's Out Inside. And I started watching it about a month ago. Whenever it came out and everyone was raving about it. And there's always this part of me that goes, oh, middle class hipster. And it's, you know, I should grow out of that really. So I was watching it and I was enjoying it. But after about 10 minutes, I'm thinking, oh, is it just going to be him doing these songs in this room? I don't think I'm up for it. So I stopped. And then yesterday, something got me to... it was Blind Boy. Blind Boy was talking about how good it was. And I think I've been facetious about Bo Burnham's Inside by saying, Bo Burnham's Inside is a work of groundbreaking genius for people who haven't watched Limmy's Homemade Show. Which I think is still true. Limmy's Home... I mean, you know, a lot of things that people say was stating that what Bo Burnham was doing for the first time, even though it was very different. Limmy's Homemade Show was perhaps the real groundbreaking television, you know, that just used that whole thing of someone just shutting on their own, creating something, although he went out a few times. So Inside, but then I went back to Inside, and no, it's really good. The sock puppet song, and then White Woman's Instagram. I don't think it held it all the way through. I don't think it's necessarily sort of super top quality all the way through. But it was really interesting. And when Blind Boy said it was like, I liked how he described it. He said it was like an Edinburgh one-person show. I've shown the writings. Let's go back to Xbox. He said it's like a 5-star Edinburgh one-person show, but but disguised as a TV show. And I thought, that's exactly what it is. He's nailed it. That's exactly what it is. And the pandemic has kind of given him that opportunity to do that. So yeah, I found that interesting. I think I'm my only viewer at the moment. I don't care. I've got my setup anyway. So, okay. So yeah, it was really good, and it did make me think on the subject of having only one viewer. I did one-person show many years ago, and you know, I just did it at the Camden Fringe, and then I managed to do it at some really good venues. So the weird thing is I did this one-person show thinking, oh yeah, I'll do this one-person show, then I'll tour it around. I never got to... No, there was no chance of touring it around in the end. No one was interested in touring it. I thought it was a good show as well. But it was just very simple. It was just me talking, reciting poems, monologues. No fancy lighting or anything. Literally just me. Something I could do in someone's broom cupboard. That's the way I just devised and wrote it. Because I knew I wouldn't have some big org throw all their money behind it or try and turn it into something. So I just thought, hey, let's just do something where I write something that I think is engaging, funny, moving. And I think I achieved that with that show. And I started writing another show. So the first show was just mainly about becoming a dad, but about politics and I guess the political situation at the time, which was the condemned government, as we called it. Yeah, so I started writing a follow-up, which was about my lifetime fanhood of the James Bond franchise, while juxtaposing that with being a stay-at-home dad, and it was going to be something about masculinity and stuff, and it was going to end with like this segment about Dad's Club, which was like where I took my first child and it was a group with other stay-at-home dads, and it's just it was a good thing, but it was a slightly eerie thing in some ways. So, what am I saying? That show I never did. I never did that show in the end. I can't remember why. Maybe I just didn't find any more openings after the first show. And it's weird because the first show I actually did all right in the end, because before I actually did the run at the Camden Fringe in this venue that had terrible noise from outside and stuff. It was just not good. It was like a shed outside a pub garden. But I can't remember what stopped me. Maybe it was fatherhood and reality that stopped me doing it, and the realisation of what you really have to do. For one person show, you have to go to Edinburgh. It's the only way just to make those connections a lot of the time. But only a few of us can do it, you know. People like Nick Wright, who I was chatting to on Instagram earlier. You know, there's just not that many people who can create those touring one-person shows and keep doing it. So hats off to everyone who can. But that Bo Burnham thing did make me think, I could still make something, but just make a video. Because that's what I did. I mean, no one watched them, but in the end, the whole James Bond show that got kind of abandoned, I got 3 of the central little monologues from it and just did 3 videos. And no one watched them, but I felt the kind of sense of accomplishment, that sense of I've done it. Well, I made it. There it is. It's out in the world. That's what I'm in it for, really, you know. I'm not in it for anything else would be nice, but you have no control over that. So you can't place your faith and happiness in that. You just got to, if you create stuff, you have to place your faith and happiness in continuing to have the ability to create, and the hope that every now and again, from all the guff, you might produce something really special, even if you're the only person in the world who thinks it's special. So that's and that sounds depressing, but I don't find it depressing. That for me, that's the way to do it. Everything else is out of your hands. So, but still, I might actually do, like, if I had like a year. I've always been a bit of a failed filmmaker, so I made little films when I was at university. So to spend like maybe a year just making something, not with some big crew or just on my own, on my Todd, just making something for a year. And I know it won't be as good as Bo Burnham's Inside or his Insides, but just to make it and post it would be quite good. Would be quite, make me feel quite like I've done something. And there'll be the evidence that I've done it, even if it's poo. So, I think I've got another person watching now. Anyway, the whiskey's back. I had some ale last time. Back to the Tenjaku whiskey. Had some ale because it was hot. I think it was too hot for whiskey. It's a bit cooler this time. And Vikings don't drink whiskey, do they? They have ale, mead. Is it Saxons drink mead and Vikings drink ale? Anyway, whiskey. People arguing in Anglo-Saxon in the background. So, we're going to have some Viking poetry today. I'm going to read some Beowulf, which is poetry, Anglo-Saxon poetry, isn't it, about Vikings. Very nice smooth whiskey that warms me cockles. Okay, so I think this is, I mean, look, I'm reading, so I'm going to carry on reading Beowulf, the Heaney translation, obviously, because it is the great translation of our time. Look at that. This is the version. This is the copy I bought when they released it back in 1999. I was living in Windsor at the time, in the Young Women's Christian Association hostel. About to split up from a relationship I've been in for a couple of years, and I bought this Beowulf, and it's just the best version, isn't it? So I'm going to read from it. I'm smelling the paper. You know, like people say they love the smell of old books, and they always like if ever you've bought an ebook, they start they if you tell anyone you've bought an ebook, they won't shut up about the smell of paper because they're perverts. So, but I hate the smell of it. It's actually the lovely smell of paper is actually decomposing glue, which has been made from the innards of animals that have died terrible deaths. You love the smell of paper. You love the smell of rotting animal bloody parts. Okay. So I started reading this last week, and I told the story about Grendel, Hrothgar, Hoyrot, Grendel the monster attacking this banqueting hall called Hoyrot. Here we are in a slightly scuzzier banqueting hall to reflect the state of disrepair that Hoyrot had fallen into with the nightly attacks by the monster Grendel. And I left it at the point when a warrior heard about Hoyrot and Hrothgar and Grendel, and it was just about when we were getting to the yeah, I'm just making sure I got to the right part. Okay. So I'm going to start reading from there, basically from the introduction of Beowulf and Beowulf finding out about it and heading on down. And we'll probably stop before the fight with Grendel. Let's read it. Let's read that amount, unless it takes me bloody ages. So, Heaney's Beowulf. Here we go. So that troubled time continued. Woe that never stopped. Steady affliction for Halfdane's son. Too hard an ordeal. There was panic after dark. People endured raids in the night, riven by the terror. When he heard about Grendel, Hygelac's fame was on home ground, over in Geatland. There was no one else like him alive. In his day he was the mightiest man on earth, highborn and powerful. He ordered a boat that would ply the waves. He announced his plan to sail the Swan's Road and search out that king, the famous prince who needed defenders. Nobody tried to keep him from going. No elder denied him, dear as he was to them. Instead they inspected omens and spurred his ambition to go, whilst he moved about like the leader he was, enlisting men, the best he could find. With 14 others, the warrior boarded the boat as captain, a canny pilot along coast and currents. Time went by. The boat was on water, in close under the cliffs. Men climbed eagerly up the gangplank. Sand churned in surf. Warriors loaded a cargo of weapons, shining war gear. In the vessel's hold they heaved out, away with a will in their wood-reefed ship. Over the waves with the wind behind her and foam at her neck, she flew like a bird until her carved prow had covered the distance. And on the following day, at the due hour, those seafarers sighted land, sunlit cliffs, sheer crags and looming headlands, the landfall they sought. It was the end of their voyage, and the Geats vaulted over the side and onto the sand and moored their ship. There was a clash of mail and a thresh of gear. They thanked God for that easy crossing on a calm sea. When the watchman on the wall, the shielding's lookout, whose job it was to guard the sea cliffs, saw shields glittering on the gangplank and battle equipment being unloaded, he had to find out who and what the arrivals were, so he rode to the shore, the horsemen of Hrothgar's, and challenged them in formal terms, flourishing his spear. Bit Freudian. What kind of men are you who arrive rigged out for combat in coats of mail, sailing here over the sea lanes? In your steep-holed boat, I have been stationed as lookout on this coast for a long time. My job is to watch the waves for raiders. Any danger to the Danish shore, not the Spanish shore. It's not a sudden sort of change of location there. Any danger to the Danish shore. Never before has a force under arms disembarked so openly, not bothering to ask if the sentries allowed them safe passage or the clan had consented. Nor have I seen a mightier man-at-arms on this earth than the one standing here. Unless I am mistaken, he is truly noble. This is no mere hanger-on in a hero's armour. So now, before you fare inland as interlopers, I have to be informed about who you are and where you hail from. Outsiders from across the water, I say it again. The sooner you tell where you come from and why, the better. The leader of the troop unlocked his word hoard. Very Healy-esque line there. The distinguished one delivered his answer. We belong by birth to the Geat people, and owe allegiance to Lord Hygelac. In this day, my father was a famous man, a noble warrior lord named Ecthio. He outlasted many a long winter and went on his way. All over the world, men wise in council continue to remember him. We come in good faith to find your lord and nation's shield, the son of Halfdane. Give us the right advice and direction. We have arrived here on a great errand to the Lord of the Danes, and I believe, therefore, there should be nothing hidden or withheld between us. Let's turn the lights back on. So, tell us if what we have heard is true about this threat, whatever it is, the danger abroad in the dark nights, the corpse maker mongering death. In the Shielding's country, I come to proffer my wholehearted help and counsel. I can show the wise Hrothgar a way to defeat this enemy and find respite. If any respite is to reach him ever, I can calm the turmoil and terror in his mind. Otherwise, he must endure woes and live with grief for as long as his hall stands at an horizon on this high ground. Undaunted, sitting astride his horse, the coastguard answered, Anyone with gumption and a sharp mind will take the measure of two things, what's said and what's done. I believe you have told me that you are a troop loyal to our king, so come ahead with your arms and your gear, and I will guide you. What's more, I'll order my own comrades on their word of honour to watch your boat down here on the strand. Keep her safe in her fresh tar until the time comes for her curved prow to preen on the waves and bear his hero back to Geatland. May one so valiant and venturesome come unharmed through the clash of battle. So they went on their way. The ship rode over the water. Broad beam bound by its hawser and anchored fast. Boar shapes flashed above their cheek guards, the brightly forged work of goldsmiths watching over those stern-faced men. They marched in step, hurrying on till the timbered hall rose before them, radiant with gold. Nobody of Nerf knew of another building like it. Majesty lodged there. Its light shone over many lands. So their gallant escort guided them to that dazzling stronghold and indicated the shortest way to it. Then the noble warrior wheeled on his horse and spoke these words. It is time for me to go. May the Almighty Father keep you and his kindness watch over your exploits. I'm away to the sea, back on alert against enemy raiders. More of that kind of Christian stuff snuck in there by the scribe who was probably a monk or something. I'm thinking this is a good yarn, but I need to put more of our God in this, otherwise I'll probably burn it. Okay. They arrive at Hoyrot. It was a paved track, a path that kept them in marching order. Their mail shirts glinted hard and hand-linked, the high-gloss iron of their armour rang. So they duly arrived in their grim war-graith and gear at the hall, and weary from the sea stacked wide shields of the highest hardwood against the wall. Then collapsed on the benches, battle dress and weapons clashed. They collected their spears in a seafarer's stook, a stand of greyish tapering ash, and the troops themselves were as good as their weapons. Then a proud warrior questioned the men concerning their origins. Where do you come from, carrying these decorated shields and shirts of mail? Those cheek-hinged helmets and javelins. I am Hrothgar's herald and officer. I have never seen so impressive or large an assembly of strangers. Stoutness of heart, bravery not banishment, must have brought you to Hrothgar. The man whose name was known for courage, the Geat leader, resolute in his helmet, answered in return, We are retainers from Hygelac's band. Beowulf is my name. If your lord and master, the most renowned son of Halfdane, will hear me out and graciously allow me to greet him in person, I am ready and willing to report my errand. Wulfgar replied, a Wendel chief renowned as a warrior, well known for his wisdom and the temper of his mind. I will take this message in accordance with your wish to our noble king, our dear lord, friend of the Danes and giver of rings. I will go and ask him about your coming here, then hurry back, and whatever reply it pleases him to give. It's a bit like when you're at school, innit, and you fancy someone and you can't just tell them you fancy them. You've got to like write a little note or like tell your mate to tell their best mate, and then for their best mate. Children are really good at being their own chaperones, aren't they? Anyway, but your best mate would tell, and then that person would say whether they fancied you or not, and whether you would meet up near a tree to have a kiss or something. That's what these guys are like when they're wanting to fight for each other, aren't they? Sending little messages this way, that way, this way. Yeah, we'll meet. Yeah, go on then. Yeah, come on, come over here. You're going to fight for me. With that he turned to where Hrothgar sat, an old man among retainers. The valiant follower stood foursquare in front of his king. He knew the courtesies Wulfgar addressed his dear lord. People from Geatland have put ashore. They have sailed far over the wide sea. They call the chief in charge of their band by the name of Beowulf. They beg, my lord, an audience with you. Exchange of words and formal greeting. Most gracious Hrothgar, do not refuse them, but grant them a reply. For their arms and appointment they appear well-born and worthy of respect, especially the one who has led them this far. He is formidable indeed. Hrothgar, protector of Shieldings, replied, I used to know him when he was a young boy. His father before him was called Ecthio. Hrethel the Geat gave Ecthio his daughter in marriage. This man is their son, here to follow up on an old friendship. A crew of seamen who sailed for me once with a gift cargo across the Geatland returned with marvellous tales about him. A Thane, they declared, with the strength of 30 in the grip of each hand. Now holy God has, in his goodness, guided him here to the West Danes to defend us from Grendel. This is my hope, and for his heroism I will recompense him with a rich treasure. Go immediately. Bid him and the Geats he has in attendance to assemble and enter. Say moreover, when you speak to them, they are welcome to Denmark. At the door of the hall, Wulfgar duly delivered the message. My lord, the conquering king of Danes bids me announce that he knows your history, knows your ancestry even. Gonna have to get some new glasses soon. Also that he welcomes you here to Hoyrot and salutes your arrival from across the sea. You are free now to move forward to meet Hrothgar in helmets and armour. The shields must stay here and spears be stacked until the outcome of the audience is clear. The hero arose, surrounded closely by his powerful thanes. A party remained under orders to keep watch of the arms. The rest proceeded, led by their prince, under Hoyrot's roof, and standing on the hearth in web links that the smith had woven, the fine forged messenger's gleaming mail shirt, resolute in his helmet, Beowulf spoke. Greetings to Hrothgar. I am Hygelac's kinsman, one of his hall troop. When I was younger I had great triumphs. He's boasting, right? But boasting is important in oral cultures and in epic poetry. It's not some kind of sign of immodesty that we should look down on. Boasting is sort of, it's almost like, this is what I'm going to do, and if I don't do it now because I have boasted, shame will follow me, so this is why I have to do it. Okay. Greetings to Hrothgar. I am Hygelac's kinsman, one of his hall troop. When I was younger I had great triumphs. The news of Grendel, hard to ignore, reached me at home. Sailors brought stories of the plight you suffer in this legendary hall, how it lies deserted, empty and useless once the evening light hides itself under heaven's dome. So every elder and experienced councilman among my people supported my resolve to come here to you, King Hrothgar, because all knew of my awesome strength. They had seen me bolted in the blood of enemies when I battled and bound 5 beasts, raided a troll nest, and in the night sea slaughtered sea brutes. I have suffered extremes and avenged the Geats. Their enemies brought it upon themselves. I devastated them. Now I mean to be a match for Grendel. Settle the outcome in single combat. And so my request, O King of Bright Danes, dear Prince of the Shieldings, friend of the people and their ring of defence, my one request is that you won't refuse me, who have come this far, the privilege of purifying Hoyrot, with my own men to help me, and nobody else. I have heard, moreover, that the monster scorns in his reckless way to use weapons. Therefore, to heighten Hygelac's fame and gladden his heart, I hereby renounce sword and shelter of the broad shield. The heavy warboard, hand to hand is how it will be, a life and death fight with the fiend. Whichever one death fells must deem it a just judgment by God. If Grendel wins, it will be a gruesome day. He will glut himself on the Geats in the war hall, swoop without fear on that flower of manhood as on others before. Then my face won't be there to be covered in death. He will carry me away. As he goes to ground, gorged and bloodied, he will run, gloating with my raw corpse, and feed on it alone, in a cruel frenzy, fouling his moor nest. No need then to lament for long or lay out my body. If the battle takes me, send back this breast webbing that well and fashioned and Hrethel gave me to Lord Hygelac. Fate goes ever as fate must. I think I'm going to read the feast Hmm. I know, I'm going to read a little bit more, and then I'll probably read the feast next time, and then I'll read the Battle of Grendel the time after that. Okay, so Hrothgar's reply to Beowulf. Hrothgar, the helmet of shielding, spoke. Beowulf, my friend, you have travelled here to favour us with help and to fight for us. There was a feud one time begun by your father. With his own hands he had killed Hethelaf, who was a wolfing. So war was looming, and his people, in fear of it, forced him to leave. He came away then over rolling waves to the South Danes here. The sons of honour, I was then in the first flush of kingship, establishing my sway over the rich strongholds of this heroic land. Here, Rogar, my older brother and a better man, also a son of Halfdanes, had died. I hope you're remembering all of these relations and family trees here. Finally, I healed my feud by paying. I shipped a treasure trove to the Wolfings, and Ecgtheow acknowledged me with oaths of allegiance. It bothers me to have to burden anyone with all the grief Grendel has caused and the havoc he has wreaked upon us in Hoyrot, our humiliations. My household guard are on the wane. Fate sweeps them away into Grendel's clutches, but God can easily halt those raids and harrowing attacks. Time and again, when the goblets passed and seasoned fighters got flushed with beer, they could pledge themselves to protect Hoyrot and wait for Grendel with whetted swords. But when dawn broke and day crept in, over each empty blood-spattered bench, the floor of the mead hall, where they had feasted, would be slick with slaughter. And so they died, faithful retainers, and my following dwindled. Now take your place at the table, relish the triumph of heroes to your heart's content. I'm going to leave that, so I'm going to rejoin at the banqueting hall, and I'm going to go up to like the eve of the attack, or the moments before the fight. So you won't get the fight next time. You'll get a bit more of the old build up, and yeah. God, these lights are really blinding me today. So that's my punishment for vanity, I guess. Yummy whiskey. Let's play some Assassin's Creed. I'm going to write some poems. Out of this bloody hall first. Oh yeah, I was talking about the tax dodges. I've ordered some slightly better capture cards, so hopefully we won't get all this artifacting, all this banding, and hopefully my webcam will look even more special. You'll really see the quality of my skin. I want to carry on a story for a minute, and then I'm gonna pick up some snacks as well and some arrows before I get up to any more heroism. Where's it? I'm going the wrong bloody way. Okay. Right, over it. Okay, get off my horse now. Keep pressing the Red Dead Redemption get off horse button. Right.
Good morning. Up bright and early.
This is the soft boy who's meant to be their king.
You can labour like a thrall, but you're no good with feasts. Not a good start for a king.
No, indeed. I find a solitary comfort in my menial labours. Not something a king should admit to, I suppose.
I'm going to stick myself over it. Oh, I
The
can't.
brothers shamed you at dinner. It's your duty to answer their insults. Don't let the matter lay unresolved.
Oh, it was a petty row with henhouse wolves. I'd sooner answer the moo of a cow than worry about their insults. I have a wedding to plan and a kingdom to save. I haven't time to suffer fools.
They betrayed your hospitality, Oswald. Where I'm from, that's a grave insult.
Well, well. Here's the mud-soaked Saxon who's been taxing my patience.
Steward Finnair. I know I failed to impress at dinner yesterday, but fear not, the Danes will come around in time.
You stake claim to the throne, dazed dog with no bone. If Lord Halfdown were here, he'd squeeze ale from a stone. Yelling, Finner, my drenger, stick this cur in the ground.
All muley
Not
and
nice then.
spitting, here's Finir, the hound. He is bark, but no bite, just a puppy I've found.
Ah, she's battle rapping. So you like that?
What just happened?
That's
Did some
fighting, Oswald.
Yeah, battle rapping, Viking battle rapping.
To lay a man flat. Try it. Match his verse.
There's no man you can lead, you dunce of the thirds.
A glutton you are. Just stop eating your words.
Not bad. Not bad.
Not bad, Oswald. Laugh at his mannered.
Tough posturing is a sniveling boy, so dig deep. When he brags, take a jab at his manhood.
I've sailed squalls and north winds. You, not even a breeze.
Here we
The
go.
winds that you sail
Blow between both your knees.
blow between both your... Oh, you mean farting?
He's not very good at this, is he? Make fun of his looks
He's an
next.
ugly puss, so when he brags, hit him back with something about his looks.
I hail from the north, where the winters are season.
But you're foul. You're a blister. You're a...
Plague-ridden lesion.
Oh, yes, that's very good. Plague-ridden lesion.
He's not very good at this, is he?
He's got
Alright.
the wit of a boa, so when he insults you, make him feel stupid.
When I'm done with you, cur, you'll be raven flock food.
But you're...
But the more that you stir, I make you smell like you've pooed. Let's see how that compares to the one we're about to hear.
brain soaked in mead and your...
Heads made of wood.
Mine was better.
Heads made of
Mine was
wood.
better.
Oswald, my boy, we're useless without your raven. This
I'm a
one's
brilliant
wrong for the
poet.
throne. He's too soft
I'm the
and
best.
too tame.
Yeah, you got to go for the mother insults, mate.
Hit him back and make it personal. Attack his mother.
When you crawled from the womb, you were ugly and lame. Your poor mother, she fainted away from the shame.
Well spoken. Before sword clash and blood flow, we destroy our enemies with well-timed words.
Hello.
Talent for verse, I'll give you that. But how long will that silver tongue hold up against an iron axe?
I see. We're just watching some Viking blood battle rapping. I even joined in a bit for a second.
I challenge you to a home gang.
You don't mean that, Oswald.
What's the home
That's a
gang?
fight to settle disputes, no? A home gang.
Just missed some Beowulf.
Yes.
Let's talk it out then.
Too late. The challenge has been made. But a fight against Finir would not be anything to boast about. You'll fight me.
Oh,
Hold on, this is...
That said, I should not be seen killing a Saxon in the streets of Elmenham.
plot thickens.
Let down river near Seahenge. Water will wash the blood clean away.
Prepare the square, and we'll meet you there. I hope you're ready.
I have to be.
Can't mean it. She's basically told him that he's gonna. This is like the soft boy king, who's trying to keep control of the of East Anglia, and he's not doing a very good job because he's a bit of a soft boy. So she's trying to toughen him up. He can't.
What's this? Are you ready for the home gun?
I hope so. I just need to prepare. I'll meet you at the islet.
Okie dokie. So I got to go to the islet, but I've got to get arrows and stuff first because I know this always goes pear-shaped. Let me start a drop viat, yeah? Let me just get the proper screen up. Okay. There we go. Right. I'm going back on the big screen. Well, I won't even say, but I've got my monitor thing going on here. So I can't see what you can see. Okay. Here we go. Drop viat number 2. So the first line has to have one use of alliteration and a half rhyme. And then the alliteration that's used in this first line has to be the first sound of the second line, and that second line has to have 2 full rhymes. And you do that 4 times and you got yourself a drop viat. Right. Or drop vat. Okay. Soft boy king. Don't you bloody autocorrect soft boy. Not soft boiled. Soft boy. I'm being a bit loud here. Got the kids next door. Soft boy is a word. Soft boy king. Nah, it's got to be an S. Oh my god! Right, soft boy king. I'm sticking with soft boy king here. Soft boy king. I've got 3 syllables to play with. Kens. Yeah, I suppose so. Kens isn't bad, is it? Yeah, King Kens. King Kens. And there's the half rhyme as well. So I suppose that does, doesn't it? Kens isn't bad. Oh, I know. Kenning. Because, like, you're meant to have kennings in these. So, writing the word kenning, I know, doesn't do anything. Soft boy king kenning. Nah, it's not going to do. It's not going to do it. Ah. Soft boy king softly keens. Now I've got so I don't need to alliterate. I began it with a K, so now the rest of this line I don't need the alliteration. I need 2 full rhymes. 2 full rhymes keeps, and the final the final full rhyme has to be the final sound of the line. Has to end on that strong rhyme, stress syllable. Love it. Soft boy king softly keens. Keeps his this is not good, but whatever. Keeps his soft palms unarmed. I'm keeping the syllabics here because I was sloppy on the syllabics last week. So I'm like, if it makes no sense, that's fine. Okay, soft boy king softly keens keeps his soft palms unarmed. Now we're back to the half rhyme and alliterative line. This will become second nature to me at some point, but it's not even first nature to me right now. In wait for his grim fate. There we go. Soft boy king softly keens keeps his soft palms unarmed. On the isle he'll idle in wait for his grim fate. So this idle and isle is kind of a half rhyme, but it's alliterative. Then I start that line with an I, and then wait and fate, the two full rhymes. I'm getting the hang of this. Okay, so I've written half, a dropped that. I'll finish this and then we'll go see what happens at this isle. And wait for his grim fate. If iron if iron there is veins, I'm thinking. If iron his blade summons blood. There we go, alliteration and half rhyme. Now, should I be really kind of like, should I go with a blur word, not just a B? I could be fine beginning with a B, but part of me kind of wants to be a bit like Jack the Biscuit and do a blur. Blah. Blooms, blows. I'm veering between blooms and blows. I'm getting it. I'm getting a feel for this now. When a man will be made. One more rhyming line. Man will be made. Made. Boom. And a man will be made. Made something beginning with M to bones or a throne. That's what I'm thinking. Made to bones or a throne. Oh, sorry. Yeah. I got the full screen. There we go. Let me get this. Let me get out into this one for a second. There we go. Thanks for the heads up. Soft boy King softly keens, keeps his soft palms unarmed. On the isle he'll idle, in wait for his grim fate. If his blade summons blood, blows rain down on his crown, then a man will be made. Monarch. Repetition of blood. Anyway, that makes no sense, but it feels like a good line to finish that one with. Right, let's go find disappointment and then we can write something about what happens. Where am I going? That is a church, right. Oh, it's over here. Get me horse ready. I do need food and arrows, so I'm going to do a little bit of a scavenge first. Because you know there's going to be a fight. You know some no good types are going to intrude. Anywhere I can rob. Oh, look at this pig. Look at him. What are you doing, mate? Head banging. That's what you're doing. Sorry for disturbing you. Back to sleep. Right. Anything worth robbing in. I'm a Viking. Don't leave me unattended near a church. Things are going to get robbed. Normally you can steal someone's dinner. No, we'll see. Okay. So I've got a longhouse and a church, so it's one of these kind of...
No greater honor than to serve aboard your sea.
John's... Veldrari mushroom... No problem, mate. Okay, no time to find snacks. Just got to ride up, I think. Okay. Nice graveyard. Oh. I'm gonna call my mount. Back to the slow horse. Fair enough. All right. Oh. Okay, I can go right here. So I don't know what's going to go on with the soft boy king. Some kind of trial by combat is awaiting. I bet I'm the first person to ever use the term soft boy in a drop viat. World first here. Okay, he's right ahead of me. Oh, oh wow! Hello, boys. Oh, sorry. Look at you. Hello. And we're never gonna survive unless we are a little crazy. Come on, sing along, mate. No, we're never gonna survive unless we are a little. Hey? Hello, boys. Ooh. Nearly made it. Go on. You nearly got away from me. Good lad. Right, where's this boy? Here's the island. Here's the island. Right. It is true that a seal is just a murdog.
Now tussle with care and go easy on our future king.
Oh,
Only man left who can claim the crown.
Kings are made, not born, Finir. So let us see what we can make of Oswald.
I see.
Done.
You still got the touch for drawing a square.
I've been in East Anglia many summers now, but I'll always be a Dane.
Must we do this, Eivor?
Strength and courage are always a boon, Oswald. You'll need both if you want the Danes to accept you as a king.
True strength comes from resolve, Eivor. It speaks to us, a stern voice from within.
I have never heard of talking guts, but a swift axe would silence that inner voice in seconds. You must be prepared.
Oh,
Wait, you're unarmed?
do not worry about me. You should be thankful. Let's go
You
that
should
one.
Thank your God that I am. We will forge a king out of you yet. Don't hold back. You felt that one.
I'm still here.
Come on, Matt.
Hard to believe this one will marry Valdes, don't you think?
It's a fight you seek.
You expect the Danes to follow this pork belly?
Right.
I'm still breathing, aren't I?
He's still
Show me
breathing.
what you can do, Saxon.
You want me to fight? I'll do what I need to do.
You'll never be king at this rate.
Right.
Yes, and I'll prove it.
What's he doing now? Oh, he's coming at me. Look at him. Sneak attack. A little bigger. Oh, he got me then.
Ah, oh, was that too hard?
It was a good strike. Keep going.
Right. He's knackered.
Eivor
So am I.
is the victor. But you've shown us something, Oswald.
Stay down, Oswald. That's enough.
I will.
Oh yeah.
I will not stay down.
John Marsden, Drowning Man.
Not with great skill, but with spirit.
If you play as Arthur, you don't drown in Red Dead.
Always push back with everything.
I think if I play it again, I'll definitely be back as Arthur instead of John.
Even if you must break the rules. Because there are no rules. Not if you answer a challenge head on. That's where honor lies.
Not winning the fight, but living through it.
A seaside brawl won't change the brothers' minds. Oswald must show results. Redress old wrongs. Fight back against Rued and his men.
The raiders who attacked Beatley have a camp down the coast. The sooner we remove
Proper
them,
fight.
the better.
That
Right,
goes
let's
a
do it.
long way to building you up. If you brought gifts for the brothers, spoils from the raid, they'd be in your debt.
Time to wet your blade, Oswald.
Eivor, I expect your longship crew could help with this attack.
Oh, look at this lot just turning up. Oh, I expect... Oh, look, there they are. What, have I been stalked? Excuse me, I've just been, like, running around with seals and stuff. And then you were just like, oh, yeah, here we are. I had some kind of Viking Uber app. Right, where are we going? Going for a scrap. Oh, just there. Okay. To the left. Yep, good.
Willing to take a stand against Rued's clan before. We're a kingdom of farmers and merchants.
Even farmers and merchants can fight when led by the right person.
I hope your faith in pig farmers is not misplaced, Eivor.
There is work to do, yes, but we will rise to meet Rued's clan. God will make...
So basically there's this clan, this Danish clan that are pillaging everyone and causing, you know, like Viking and Saxon alike, and they're based in this in the Softboy King's territory, and you know, not doing a very good job. Okay, straight to the scrap, I reckon. I do like sort of doing the old stealthy kill them all one at a time, but let's just fight these Egypts now. Alright then, let's do it. Right. Oh, there's one right here, look. One. Oh, I've got an axe that goes on fire. Oopsie. Come on, mate. Come on. In your own time.
There may be prisoners here. Keep an eye out.
If I see any, I'll let you know.
Good old axe that. Right. Oh, where am I? Oh, look at this one. Just standing there. Right.
You fight well, Oswald. Does the threat of death drive your blade?
Oh, he's burning.
Whatever compels you, hang on to it.
Oh. He's left. He's left. Oh, damn it. My boy's on fire. Right, he needs to be... Oh, sorry.
I have not tasted battle in years. There's still vigor in these bones. Come on, you filthy whore sons. There's
Yeah.
iron to be kissed.
Did I not revive him? Revive. Ah. Alright. Where are we going?
Won't take long.
Look, legs, head. Right. Who's next? Didn't take very long, did it? Who's next? Oh, he got me then. Right. Let me pause it for a second because I need to stick my face over here again because I can't see what I'm doing. Back to this one for now. I couldn't see the mission objective. Oh, burn the carts and cargo. Alright, yep. There's my arrow on fire. Oh my god, look at this idiot. I'm on no health as well. Right, okay, go on then. Yeah. That's why I was looking for snacks. Right, so I just got to set fire to all the wagons. Sometimes the baddies keep arriving. Alright. Okay. Back to it, back to it. Probably have to do the whole thing again now, but I couldn't see the objective because my face was in the way in the screen I was watching this on. Okay, here we go. Got to do the whole thing all over again, or have we? Alright, it's all a bit chilled now, look. They've just kind of chucked us in, there's no... Oh, it's because it's over. It's where is it? Is it over there? That's why it's over there. I've not even got to it yet. Okay. Right, I've got to find these carts and cargo and burn them. The fighting was fun. Okay, if I can get some fire on the axe.
Neither will we.
Oh, I'm going to stomp in his head. Right, my thing's on fire. Now I can just hit the carts. Come on, quick. Ah, my cart went out.
If I see any, I will let you know.
Right, so I just got to get my axe on fire. Oh Christ, I'm on fire. Right. I'm gonna die because I'm on fire. Quick, in the water, in the water, in the water. In the water. Right. I really need some food. No, I don't want the horn. Torch. Yeah, just burnt myself to death. There is a way of doing this. There is a way of doing this. Drink some whiskey. I'm going to write a drop caveat about fire next. I think I've decided. I've got to say, I've never listened to Assassin's Creed Gold. Yeah, I've never read any video game novels. But I'm not much of a novel reader anyway. But so you have mixed feelings about Assassin's Creed Gold. What kind of it? When is it set? I have to say that I find the whole thing about the Animus to be completely. I know that you have to kind of go into the Animus in this game. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do my sneaking now. I do like a bit of sneaking.
What's wrong with you?
Nothing's wrong with me. Thank you very much. I'm just going to go up on the ledge and kill people with arrows. Too far away. Okay. Ah, look, there's something here.
Attack on sight here.
Now, what am I burning? Oh dear, what am I doing? Oh shit, just killed him. I think, okay.
In step with me.
Got to call the lads in. Oh shit. Alright, okay. Yeah, lads. This is all going to go wrong again, isn't it? I win. Axe boy. Oh shit. Move! Dead. Right. Who's next? Lads. Yeah, I've got to get on the boat and then call a raid. The irony. I'm nearly dead. Right.
Come, my wolf.
This isn't good, is it? Well, that did the trick there, didn't it, eh? Oh, I'm burning, quick, in the water, in the water. Right. 17th century London. A blind assassin works with Isaac Newton to dismantle the plot to undermine the royal mint and such King Edward. Fair days. No worries about the internet. Lazy writing. Great production. Was it more like a kind of almost like a... Did it have all the sound effects? Was it more like a radio play than a book? Okay, we're going to do it normally this time. Where's my effing boat? What are you doing, lads? Oh, he's here. Okay. Oh, Christ, him again. Why are they all wearing blue? Whoa. Right, my axe is on fire. I've just got to find all the stuff I've got, actually. I really should have invested in some snacks. I've died 4 times. A whole radio production. The actors did great. Yeah, I don't like it. You know, ebooks. I joined Audible. I was just talking about not shopping with the tax dodgers, but I joined Audible. And there's something I don't like about ebook voice. There's a certain kind of way that... Like, I like it when the authors read their own books, but there's something about, like, audiobook readers, they tend to just have a voice that they have for reading everything, and you can tell that they're not even thinking about what they're reading, they're not even processing it or understanding it, they're just sort of, right, where am I going? A bit late, I've been seen now, haven't I? Right, where's the prisoners? What's going on with these boys? Okay. One.
Thank you. Very good of you.
Right, they've not seen me yet, so who else do I release? Alright, well that's the stealth option's out, isn't it? Right. Oh Christ.
Let's hit the bastards.
Let's run away from them. Right, where am I going? Okay, there's something over here. Nice double team there. That's some good stomping. Alright.
What's my lead?
Ah. How come that guy just went invisible just then? Right, come on. Oh, he threw a shield at me, the bugger. Right. Burn the carts and cargo. So I'm guessing the lads do this, but you know. Revive. Okay. Right, Axeman dude, here we go. Right, that didn't take long, did it? Christ, I've set myself on fire. Okay, I'm not burning anymore. Okay. Okay, everything looks like it's burning now, so that's good.
Now to kill any stragglers.
Oh shit. I need to have a little break from this in a minute. That was the closest attempt. We burnt everything, we just had to kill everyone. Right. New plan is just kill everyone. Don't worry about looking for carts, just slowly run around, kill everyone, and then write a poem about it afterwards. That's the plan. What could possibly go wrong? Okay. I make that face a lot when I'm fighting. Okay. Here we go. Take 3. This time just start the bloody raid, no stealthing. So there's a finite amount of men on this island, so we just got to kill them all. That's the plan. Pour a whiskey. Christ. Oh wow. Might have to check them out then. The next audiobook I've got lined up is Sinead O'Connor. Oh, for God's sake. Right, I'm going to go up here. Right.
To battle!
Right, just... Alright. Ah, 1. That wasn't good. Come on. Two. Three. Nice. 4. 5. 6. I'm like Gimli in Lord of the Rings. Oh Christ, I'm on fire. Into the water, into the water. Right, okay. How many's that? How many's that so far? 6. No worries. That was a good killing there. Right. Okay. It's good. Right. Keep going. So we've got the lads up here. Actually, I want to check, without setting myself on fire, are there any like snack pots here? Right, he survived. Okay. What's here? Oh, these are the crates I'm meant to burn. Is that good? Right. So I'm going to have weird beefy Axeman who loves it. He's left, he's left.
My true thanks.
Right, arrows. Whoa. Got to find some food supplies just so I can heal up. That was the closest. Ah, man. I have to do this battle just so that I can write one more poem. Let's do this, let's do this. Maybe I should just be a big coward and just shoot him with arrows. Could be an option. One. That's about two. Right. Not good. Alright. Oh, I got food. Yes. Okay. I think I looted food. Good. Okay. Having a bit of food, that's the most important thing. Alright, hello mate. Look, Axeman's here. Oh no, don't crash on me. I'm about to finally kill him. Alright, okay. Yes, finally. Die. Okay then. I can take it easy now. I've got extra snacks. Okay, let's let this dude go. Right. Have we got one more Mad Axe dude? Right. Okay. Key. Right, here we go. Here we go. Is that everyone dead? We've just got to burn other stuff, haven't we? What have we got left to burn? Oh, don't walk into that again. Okay, loot, loot, loot. Alright, yeah, let these ladies out.
Thank you, my friend.
Right. I think these are the fire things. Okay. Now I'm going to do this without killing myself. Okay, I've got to burn these. No. Shit! Oh shit, yeah. Now I'm gonna die. Okay. Alright. Is that everything? Right, there's some gold behind here. Right, here we go. Ooh, fancy new cloak. Right, one more thing to burn here. Is that it? I think we've burnt everything. Someone in a cage. Oh, food. Excellent. That's what I wanted. Yeah, I'm going to do the search thing. Is there more stuff to burn down here? Okay, that looks like I've got to burn it. It's a cart. Okay. Fire on the arrows. Alright, here we go. Don't go out fire until I get to this cart. Where is it? Here it is. Alright. Okay.
That'll do nicely.
Right, we're done. Good. Hooray!
Something?
There's a crate of hacks over here. More than enough to make everyone happy.
We'll take it to the ship.
A hard-won fight.
The first of many, Oswald. Have you the will to keep it up?
It's 5, innit?
This is my gift to the brothers. I have more than enough wealth in Elmham to widen their eyes, but this will be a symbol of my commitment to our fight.
Good on you, lad. Good on you, soft boy. Nothing away. And you know what they say about pork. My dad was a fireman, and I can't remember when, but I think, yeah, like a lot of them, he told me that people smell like bacon when they burn. So, sorry, I'm being a smug veggie again. Right. Okay, I've got to write about this. Finally, after getting killed. Okay, hard 1 hack silver. Nah, it's not really. I'm going to be strict with myself here with my writing. Hard 1 hoard. There we go. Hard 1 hoard of silver. That makes no sense, but you know, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again. I'm going to be strict to myself here. Sorry about that. It's the old story, isn't it, the term long pigs. Anyway, where that came from. Sort of missionaries or something. Okay, right, hard 1 hoard. Hewn from I'm going into 5-syllable lines. My brain is locking into 5 syllables here. The islands, fine sand. Ah, look at that. Islands, slicks, and sands. It's alliteration.
Death came quickly.
This is something where you can it looks like I'm only during this whole session going to have written 2 drop fiats. They just seem to like take up a bit of time. Plus I get killed a lot in games. Okay. I've got to look for the dudes that I've killed now. Oh, and a bit more treasure as well. That's good. Meet with Oswald. And this sword's good. You got the rules now. So, slicks the island, sands. I don't know why I'm thinking slain foes. Slain foes calm their death throes. Hard-won hoard of silver, hewn from ore human gore, slicks the island's fine sands. Slain flows calm their death throes. Spoils of small wars, fine wares. Spoils of small wars, fine wares. So full rhyme with the next one, and it has to begin with W. Well, let's just blow this one up for a laugh. There we go. Anything else to grab from here before I run away? State of this place, eh? Oh yeah, I've got to identify some bodies. That Axeman was proper.
You've
Proper.
been avenged, my friend.
Right. Anyone else? Any more? Look at the lads waiting for me, all well behaved in their boat. I think we're done. I think we're done on this island. Right. How are we doing for time as well? I've kind of sworn the missus was waiting for me to stop work, just to like come out of the office so she could do some work last week, and I ended up overrunning by about an hour. So anyway, we've got 3 more lines to write of this drop the app. Hard-won hoard of silver, hewn from ore, human gore, slicks the island's fine sand, slain foes calm their death throes, spoils of small wars, fine wares. I might write something anachronistic, like Soft Boy isn't anachronistic. One from Grimy Limeys. Right. I think I might just fast travel. So I haven't fought any of these guys. These are like the kind of boss guys that wander around, but they kind of leave me alone because I got cursed and they were all going to hunt me down, but I managed to burn a piece of paper in the middle of somewhere before the sun went back up again. Okay. Yep. Where am I meeting with Oswald? Oh, over here. Okay. I really need to climb this mountain here. There we go. Right. Hard-won hoard of silver, hewn from ore, human gore, slicks the island's fine sands. Slain foes calm their death throes. Spoils of small wars, fine wares, won from grimy limeys. One from grimy limeys. And their sellout. No. Because those guys are the Axis were Vikings. They were Danes, so they're like, you know what I mean. They're sellouts or. I'm abandoning that thread completely. So one from grimy limeys. Longboats loaded, homebound. Longboat loaded. Longboat loaded, so it's got to begin with L. Okay, longboat loaded, homebound. Come on, last line. Come on, last line. So, hard-won hoard of silver, hewn from ore, human gore, slicks the island's fine sand, slain foes calm their death throes, spoils of small wars, fine wares, one from grimy limeys, longboat loaded, homebound, two full rhymes, and begins with an L. I'm sure there's a word for tired that begins with L. Lulled by longboat loaded, homebound. La 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 la. I'm stuck on the final line, people. Loaded. I was going to say let anchor, but they didn't use anchors, did they? Okay. I'll write that line in a minute. I'll carry on with the story. Where's this stupid soft boy king? There he is.
Livestock and a trophy from our slain enemy. What more do you want?
Who said we wanted anything, Saxon?
I'll beat up these brothers.
Dane would ever follow this lump of lord into battle. I don't care how many shields he brings me.
You mean to say you refuse my gifts, Broder?
I don't have time for this.
It's a generous offering, brother. You'd be a fool to turn your back.
Refuse this and your shame will stain the name of your sons and their sons beyond.
Oh, there's a threat.
Wolf-kissed.
Take the gift. We have bigger problems.
One of Rued's men.
Aye. Sniffing around the outer walls, looking for an easy way to slip a few dozen men inside.
If there's one scout, there will be more. Something you might have learned if you kept him alive.
I was passing water when he surprised me. It was either him or my plow sword.
There we go.
Where did you find this one?
That seems like
Outside
the
the
right
Northridge
question.
walls.
By the water's edge.
They'll be looking for points of entry to sneak a herd of raiders through.
Jesus. Find another scout. We'll question him.
I'll look around. The rest of you stay here and out of sight. If I find anyone suspicious, I'll bring him here.
Okay, so I'm looking for a scout.
Rued scouts will be camped near their boats
What's the time?
inside the city walls. One of them will talk.
9 minutes. Right. Abba, I don't know if you're still online, but I just realised, shouldn't the next word begin with an S word? There's a missed opportunity there, eh? Okay.
I spotted this one on a boat. If there are others, they might be by the river. Look for anyone suspicious outside the city walls.
Okay. Longboat loaded, homebound. Line begins with an L, 2 full rhymes. Where the bloody bollocks am I going? Yep, good. Alright. I'm on the city walls. This must be really boring to watch. I've got to write this last line of this poem. Okay, I'm slowly walking around these walls. I see nothing so far. Someone's going doop-a-doop-a-doo. Who's here then? Right. Oh, sounds like something was... A swan, no, a heron. Not having much luck here. Didn't actually want to do that. Looking for scouts. Whenever a video game like tells you to locate and kill scouts, it always makes me think of, you know, little kids that can tie knots really well. I feel it's a bit out of order. Right. I'm going to do this one. Right. Hard-won hoard of silver, hewn from ore, human gore, slicks the island's fine sand, slain foes calm their death throes, spoils of small wars, fine wares, won from grimy lime bees, longboat loaded, homebound. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I hate being stuck on the last line of a poem. A poem shouldn't feel like a puzzle. The line should be a surprise. That's the whole point of poetic form. Ah, there's a boat there. Oh, someone's here. Found him.
There.
Wait. What are you doing? I'm just a pig farmer.
You're awfully well armed for a pig farmer. Stay down, muckworm. I have some friends who would like to speak with you.
I tell you, I'm a cow farmer.
You said you were a pig farmer just moments ago.
It is not beyond reason. I tend to many livestock.
You are as Dane as I am. Save your breath, liar.
Right. This away. I'm just going to stand here holding this dude until I finish his poem.
Oh God! Oh God! Oh no! Mama!
Mama! Led by... 2 full rhymes and a word beginning with L. I could write anything, so I don't know why I'm being such a prick here. Let's write 3 lines really quickly and choose one of them. Here we go. Okay. Anchor. Let up, anchor, wankers. Next one. Lightened by I don't think Vikings had anchors, but they certainly had wankers, so whatever. No one says let up anchor either, do they? It's complete nonsense. Okay. Let's hand this spy scout over to the lads. There we go. Rude poem to end things with. Where is he? Where is this stupid king? Right. Here we go. So to drop that written today. Not bad. He looks like Jon Snow. Maybe not.
I won't make you any friends here.
A scolding like that is a mortal offense, boy. I killed the bastard. Don't give him time to act again.
I'll ask once more. Why were you lurking around Norwich's walls?
I came to pay
Is that
my
Norwich?
respects, Lord.
Norwich.
To Oswald, the whimpering Saxon ergi of East Anglia.
I could do that all day, you drooling bloodbladder. Only give me a reason.
Lick my dunghole.
Good
Here's the
insult.
tongue I use for licking.
Oh.
How does it feel against your ass?
When the braziers lit at Dunwich, Ruit and his men will rally. They mean to attack Northwich by its weakest wall. You English Danes are soft as butter now. Ruit sends his blessing, lady. He'll see you again very soon.
I'm gonna kill him. Prince should kill him though.
That's enough to go on. Time to die.
There we go. Probably should have kept him alive, but whatever.
That wasn't necessary.
He insulted you before everyone gathered here.
That's
You
right.
should have struck him down yourself.
I will not have blood spilt needlessly in my kingdom. This has to end.
Alive, this man was a risk.
Valdis, this man spoke as if he knew you.
Oh, he did.
Ruit was my husband.
Oh, there we go.
You're married already.
I was. We've been apart for 5 summers. I never expected to see him here, and I never wanted to.
East Anglia's prosperity depends on our safety and unity.
God,
Ruit's
sorry,
plans
cutscenes are so
around
boring.
Neither is possible. I must speak with him myself, man to man. There's no place for him in East Anglia. He must hear it from me.
Right.
Sorry, chair's very creaky.
Tomorrow. Was good to know you, Lord. Ruit will eat your lungs for supper, Oswald. Steer clear of him.
If I'm to be a worthy king, I must meet the man who bedevils us. I'll light the brazier at Dunwich and face him when he comes.
You sure you want to do this? Meeting Ruid in the open comes with many risks.
It's the only way. We must face him head on, and we cannot waver.
Come, Oswald. We make for Dunwich.
And of course, I will see the lot of you there as well. Else the songs of your cowardice will ring out over the generations. I'm sure you're heading to Dunwich any moment.
I could write songs about their cowardice if you like, Aoife. Evil. Okay. So look, let's read my poems again, and then we're done. Okay. Soft boy king, softly keens, keeps his soft palms unarmed. On the isle he'll idle, in wait for his grim fate. If his blade summons blood, blows rain down on his crown. Then a man will be made, monarch's throne, blood and bone. Rubbish. Next one's slightly better. Hard-won hoard of silver, hewn from ore, human gore, slicks the island's fine sands. Slain foes calm their death throes, spoils of small wars, fine wares, won from grimy limeys, longboat loaded, homebound, let up anchor, wanker. Very grown up. That's it, I'm done. So thank you whoever was watching. Thank you for watching. Probably not. I probably didn't break records tonight, and I don't know. I probably got a bit distracted, and wasn't my normal effervescent, entertaining self. I have 0 viewers. Talking to myself. Does leave me thinking. Like maybe I should go back to Twitch, but you know, you make the move once. You can't just keep zigzagging, can you? What can you do? But I'm going to leave this here. And just say thank you for watching. I genuinely get the problem with playing games with cutscenes is you do actually get pulled into them, so you kind of end up paying too much attention to them and not being engaging, talking and all that. But I am done now. That was quite fun actually. Thanks to Abba for chatting to me, like the only person who chats to me during these bloody things. I probably wouldn't chat to me either. I'm a bit weird. So thank you for whoever was watching. Whoever's watching in the future, hey, if you're still watching and you're watching on the playback or watching now, hit a like on the video. Go on, hit a like. I get like 4 likes on a lot of these at the moment, which is pretty good. But other than that, have a good week. I'll be back next week. Might even get a Rusty Sonnets recorded this weekend as well. I've been sort of working at it in the background. But for now, I think it's time for me to finish. Nothing clever to say, nothing smart to say. I'm knackered. And it feels nice to be back streaming again after missing it last week because I was doing some marking, which I'm glad I did. But anyway, you have a good one. And I've got some better capture cards coming, which will probably make not the slightest bit of difference. But it should look a little bit better. So, yes, have a good one. And I will see you anon.